Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go.
Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on a dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly light and be lovebird.
Shelly light and be lovebird.
Shelly light and be lovebird.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shelly light and be lovebird.
Shelly light and be lovebird.
Shelly light and be lovebird.
Hey, Facebook. So tonight, V is a little under the weather. We're going to have somebody co-host for her tonight. We going to glide like we always do. Y'all pray for my girl. She a little down, y'all. She a little down, sister kind of down. You know, she always come to Atlanta and get sick, y'all. My house makes mom sick. You know, I'm a hot and cold person. So I be hot, she be cold. And she's cold and I'm hot. And I always have the heat on high. So I done got to poor little baby sick, y'all. Forgive me for making her sick. So we got Cassandra going to co-host with us tonight. And we're going to make it do what it do, baby, like we always do. Let me bring my girl into this stream. And hey.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, I can. So the topic tonight, y'all, is, and I know we got a couple of things on our pages that people wrote about. The topic is, whose fault is it when a man is a deadbeat father, the woman or the man? Is it her for choosing she could change him, or is it him for showing her what she wanted to see, knowing he was no good? Who's responsible? Your thoughts, Cassandra?
Well, personally, I feel if she know he already has kids and aren't present in their life, more than likely he's not going to be present in your kid's life. So but then there's dads out there that are present and the female do little crazy stuff to keep them away and tell everybody else that they're deadbeat father, when it's basically you because you're mad you can't be with that guy anymore and won't let them see your child.
Yeah, and I think it's both. I think there are deadbeat fathers, don't get me wrong. There are fathers that just don't do nothing, don't want to do nothing. There are men that just make babies. That's all they want to do. And we know of those men. And there are women that try to trap men by making these babies. So let's get that part out of the way first. Let's be real. Then there are men that just are the child support check. That's all they want to do. They want to get them on the weekend for that hour. Think they done did daddy time, and that's that. That is not how life works, because the load of all this stuff always falls on the mother. Hassan said his mama's fault, mothers destroy son. Hassan, I agree with you. Mothers do destroy son. A lot of times it's because they're bitter. Right. When a woman is angry at the dad, they're going to do everything to destroy his character to their children. I would advise the mothers don't do that. That would be my advice to the mothers, even if the father is a deadbeat dad, because your kid, your child, your daughters could hold their fathers in the most the most high. And then every time the father come around, because you're mad, you're like, oh, he ain't no good, girl. He just he do the most. He just extra. He does this, that, and the third. This is how we do. This ain't what I do. This is what people do. Okay. I don't get down like that. I just figure you're deadbeat, you know it. Ain't no need me telling nobody. You already know if you are. I ain't gotta express it. You already know. There's some things you gotta tell nobody. After a while, that kid gonna know anyway. The kid's gonna understand. You know, a kid can see, they gonna see that the dad come around every once in a while. You could be dating somebody, separated from somebody, divorced from somebody. If you are a father, a mother, and you are a true parent, nothing gonna stop you from your kids.
Nope.
No child support, no judge. You gonna move heaven and hell to be around your children. But there are those, the judges say, oh, you can see him on Saturday for an hour.
And they're like, damn, what am I supposed to do with my life? Like, well, hell,
for that hour. You know what I mean? You hear that a lot. Men be like losing their mind, like a Saturday for an app, you know, and they be in their feelings. You cannot think that an hour is 365 days of the year.
No.
You can't think $80 of child support a week gonna take care of no grown ass boy.
No.
This is facts. This
He
is
can't
facts.
get a good name brand tennis shoes for $80.
Okay, so if you have a son that's 6'7" or a daughter that weighs 200 pounds, her jeans gonna be a little bit extra. His shoe size gonna be about a 14. They gonna be wearing about 250 shoes on their feet on a good day. You giving $56 a month, and you think you done gave a whole movement, and then you saying, "Oh, I paid my child support on time," and you don't give no extra because you figure you done did enough.
It's crazy. It's crazy because it's not.
These are the things we talk about when we saying people and how they move. You got to be accountable for your part. These women that go out here and get these little sorry men, you know they were sorry. If they had kids before you and they were sorry with those kids, don't think they gonna come to you and be no better.
Yep, that's what's wrong.
That's not how this works, y'all. It really doesn't.
Good that they're gonna change the whole man or whatever. No, you can't really change somebody's character.
He said, Hassan said, come on and keep it on people. Because there are some foul ass women out here. Y'all speaking on them type and dudes y'all mess with. Well, Hassan, I just said that. There are a lot of foul women out here. There are a lot of women that do messy stuff. I will say that all day, every day, because I have friends that are like that. I have friends that all they do in front of their kids is bash their daddies. Right. So I know there's foul women out here. There's women that like to trap men and feel like if they get a baby by them, that's gonna make, I don't know, make it great. Like that's just gonna solve the problems. A baby ain't gonna bring no more. It's just gonna bring some more. It's gonna bring some more problems because now you got a baby.
Right, and you can't go out like you used to.
So you can't. And I see it a lot with young girls. Maybe like the older generation now, maybe they've gotten better. But like the younger generation, these little young girls having these babies by these little young teenage boys. And then you see them dragging the kids all to the next girl house. He gonna take his kids, girl. You gonna have to watch these kids. That's not, come on. Let's keep it 100, though. That ain't what we trying to do. It's 2021. Y'all gotta teach these kids, especially if you got your little young girls out here having a whole bunch of babies anyway.
Hassan said, let's get on them. I do. Nobody's safe. Nobody gets a pass. Mm-hmm. So
no. You don't. Nobody gets, and she's right. Nobody gets a pass in this. We're not sitting around saying, the men. There's sorry moms. Exactly. There is mothers that have a whole bunch of men coming around their children all day, every day, and trying to piss off the father, and then the father don't come around because he don't want no drama.
Exactly, and I'm like, all these people around your kid.
So we gonna keep it 100. There's a lot of things that are foul and foul play in a situation where the father isn't present. But then you have to think as a man, do you want somebody raising your kids? Like you have to be pretty sorry. I mean, think about it. You have to be a pretty sorry person to want somebody raising your kids.
Oh, James says, living that mess right now. What mess are you living, actually, James?
Yeah, do speak more, James. I know you. I'm trying to figure it out. So what you live in? What mess are you living? Tell me more, honey. But you have to, we put ourselves in position to know what we are. Even when we're picking, we go out here, we may see a beautiful, fine man and be like, oh, he can make some good babies.
But
yeah, and next thing you know, you propped up somewhere telling some girl, I'm having a baby. And then you find out he ain't no good. He done showed you all the caviar and the Don Juan and the romantic evenings. And the minute the baby pop out, the daddy is gone. He done left the building.
That's because he brought that representative. But we didn't realize that the man behind the representative didn't like to be around no kids.
Didn't want to be around them kids in the first place.
Cliff said, what about these women putting these kids on the wrong man? Yeah.
Now that's just messy. That's just messy.
It's too much.
And that's messy because at some point, how do I say this? So I know this situation oh too well. It is not good, women. And I'm gonna tell you this because I walk in this and I walk in this every day. It is not good to tell a man that a child is his if it's not his child, and especially if you know. If you know somebody, baby ain't theirs, and you done made him go through 9 months with you.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew in them 9 months that man sat there every day at the hospital going with you through every situation. And then you think that when he find out that that baby ain't his, he ain't going to be bitter. You are crazy.
Exactly. Because you know if you slept with more than one man around the same time you got pregnant. It's
Exactly. Mr. Atlanta Live said, it depends on what the situation is. I have full custody of my children. And that is commendable, honey, because
exactly.
most men don't have full custody of their kids. You got to be a hell of a person to have custody of your children, or the mama wasn't right. It's one of the two. Because the average mama going to fight you thumb and nails for their kids.
Yep.
They just do. You can't part me from me and mine, honey. I'm going to go for blows.
You best
You
believe
just
it.
can't. You can't. Some things you ain't gonna do. Some things in life I can't even see in my full range. Oh, these things are popping up. Hold on, I gotta get these things on. You said, James said, my daughter and I don't quite know what that means, James. I don't know what the GERBD is, baby. You gotta help me out there, baby. I don't know what that
I'm
means.
about to
Maybe.
fit it in. You had a baby by a gingerbread lady?
I'm sitting going, well, I could improvise, but I might improvise so wrong. You said that Atlanta Live said the only thing worse than a deadbeat dad is a deadbeat mom. Lord, tell me about it. I can't stand seeing those. I can't stand to see a deadbeat mother. I can't stand to see a mother put a man before her kids. These are some things it just makes my skin crawl to see a mama just dragging a baby all around. The mama just flawless, weave on point, hair, fingernails done, carrying Louis Vuitton pocketbook, and the baby looked like just came out of trash bag. There is something wrong, morally wrong with that picture. I don't care who you are, and I don't even care if I offend you. There's nothing wrong to being a sorry ass anything when it comes to a woman. Your house ain't clean, your situation is jacked up. That is what you call sorely pathetic.
Exactly.
There is no excuse for that. Let's see. Kevin said, women's fault. Opening your legs after opening your mind, not your legs, and then complaining about the man. Kevin, I can't believe I read that out loud. I should have read it before I said it out loud. So it's her fault for opening her legs, Kevin, when they got little Mac daddies like Mac daddies running around.
Right. Just
come on now. You almost made me curse, and I'm trying not to on this podcast today.
Some of these men come with this representative that got all the moves and all the right things to say and do all the right things in that beginning phase that get you in there, pull you in, reel you in, making you fall in love. And then once you don't fall in love, then the real man show up and you be like, whoa, who is that? This not
who is this guy?
I don't want this one. Bring back the other dude. But it's too late because now you don't fell in love with him. So if everybody present themselves as who they really are, because I know when I first started dating my dude, I was like, he was talking about he was falling in love with me and all this. And I said, look, before we get in a relationship, if you're looking for a female that cooks every day, I know how to cook, but I'm not cooking every day, then I'm not.
You gotta say some things. You gotta set some tones. I always tell people, don't come and doing stuff you ain't gonna continue doing. Period. If you ain't gonna do it, hey, I don't need you keep doing it for me because I'm gonna expect it at some point. James said just had to call the police yesterday. Special Victims Unit, TPOs, whatever I mean. Second go round, fighting while my grandbaby's present. I dial 911. Well, James, that is not good.
No.
That is not good because what happens in these situations, James, and you should know this by now, either that baby gonna get taken because the situation is not together. This is what happened when the kids get caught up in the middle of this kind of stuff, this foolery. And when the kids get caught in it, they get stuck in these defects situations, and defects ain't no better. Trust me when I tell you, I took a whole lot of defect kids in. I'm gonna raise a whole lot of them. And when I get them, they broken.
Right.
And then I gotta fix them. And then I gotta tell them life's okay. Then I gotta show them love, make them know that everybody didn't hate them when they was born, and everybody didn't, sometimes you got to shift things out of your situation, even your daughter. You can't have just toxic all the time.
Right. I'm Cassandra Cliff.
Yeah, she's Cassandra. She's co-hosting for V tonight because V is not well, y'all. Y'all say a prayer for my girl. You know,
Please.
throw out a hand. She's probably watching. I'm sure she is. You know, she gonna be on. She gonna watch. She gonna watch, honey. She gonna watch. Get that one. Get that one. Put it on him. Okay, that's little. Let me scroll. I can see this, y'all. Can you see it, Cassandra?
It says, and Mr. Atlanta Live says, and have had them since they were 1 and 2. They sitting beside me right now. We playing Uno. Mr. Atlanta Live, I please hope you have on some earbuds so they don't hear something.
Okay, let the kids not be watching the live, honey. Look.
Because I've been sipping.
And then James said, I'm a single father who raised my daughter. BD, baby daddy. Okay, so baby daddy. Okay, now because I ain't know, I ain't shorthanded it. People be texting me and I be like, what does this mean? What does that mean? I don't know what this stuff means. I type out the word. I'm learning. But Quinn, I know it's hard, and I've been with you on your walk with that, so I kind of know your situation more personally, and it is a lot. It's a lot, but some of the things, if you want to keep it 100, some of the things that your daughter's seen, she probably shouldn't have seen.
Right.
When she was cutting up, you probably should have snatched about her damn head. I tell people this, when people sitting around and they thinking things are cute that their kids are doing, and it's very inappropriate or very disrespectful, or when grown people are talking, they in their mouth or they in the room. When we was growing up, we couldn't be present.
Right.
Grown people was talking, your mama would just look at you and be like, is there something you hearing? Is it something you needed? That's something you need to know. And you passing through to get something. You finna ask me a question. But see, now what has happened, these single parent homes, these homes that don't got no fathers, these mamas that out here running after the father, the kids raising the baby.
Yeah.
The 7-year-olds raising the 1-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And the mama in there screwing John.
Yep. Or they all sitting in the living room while the parents smoking weed and they inhaling all this weed smoke, getting high like everybody else.
Let's keep it 100, y'all. This is some topics are gonna sting a little bit more than the others. This one's gonna sting a little bit because if you sit in that situation right now and you one of them fathers and you looking at yourself in the mirror and you go, God, I might be one of them deadbeat dads. I might be one of them people that ain't present. Right. A lot of people think it's cool to smoke in front of their children. A lot of people think it's cool to make their kids smoke in front of them. I don't like it. No, I don't care if you smoke till your head fall off. I don't want you to do it in front of me. We ain't cool. We're not partners. We ain't buddies. Oh. So there's some things you have to set the tone. You can't give a child a mild, talk their father down or talk their mother down, even if you have a deadbeat mother or a deadbeat dad. You don't have to bang that in a kid's head every day. Let the kid grow and figure that out for themselves, because kids ain't stupid. Eventually they're gonna know who's the hand that feed them. Eventually they're gonna know who's the person that's always looking out. You ain't got to tell them that every day. Every time they turn around, you that mother effer, he ain't no good, that no good nigga done did this. Oh, he was effing this girl. Look at your dad. Look at your dad. I hear it all the time. It's a turn on my spirit.
Don't do that in front of your kids. Because there was times that there was other family members. I was like, look, don't say certain things in front of my child because their child, they need not know certain things right now. So
yeah, everything ain't for a kid to know. Every conversation ain't for a kid. Some things you have to just be like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Atlanta Live said they 12 and 13, only 10 and a half months apart. You only have 2 Atlanta Live? Boy or girl? I think you told me this before, though. I don't know why I feel like I had this conversation with you. Margaret. Hey, Margaret, how you doing? She said that's a good one. They put everything before their kids, but at the end of the day, they're going to need them kids. Honey, they always do. They always do. It be the kids that be laying there taking care of you when you're sitting there pissing on yourself, and you look at that kid and you be like, it is what it is.
So Kevin says, y'all got to use more discretion when just giving it up. Who? Men and women.
Kevin, men and women.
Myself. Because
you can't, Kevin, you can't stereotype it like that, because some women, well, I will agree that some women are very gullible.
Yeah.
And some women can't take a good looking face just suaving them off their feet. Some women you have women that just like to give up their coochie. I mean, Come on, let's just keep it real.
Just
You
like
have women that just like to have sex and they don't care who it is, and men don't like to wear condoms half the time. They just in and out like a little door. They putting their penis in her, and they shooting off in all of them. And then when the baby come, they go, I don't know who the daddy is. I ain't no person you been sleeping with. And how many times have that taken place?
right. And how many times has a man have slept with all these different women, so you don't know who you got kids by because you out here all willy-nilly and want to put the
Right,
on the woman. It's the blame goes on both parties because both
right.
parties are laying down together. You can't make no child without having something from the other sex. So it's both parties' fault when things go on like that. So it's not just, in my mind, it's not just one person's fault necessarily. It's both parties.
James said daughter and her baby daddy. So the daughter and your daughter and her baby daddy was fussing at your spot.
Ugh.
Okay, now I want to make sure it was your spot, James, because if it's your spot, do they both live with you, or do just your daughter and her baby live with you? Because if he's coming over there and he's kicking up chaos at your spot, and you the man of your house, something ain't jiving. Something ain't going hand in glove here.
Well, hell, okay, James says stop falling for the representatives. How do we know it's only a representative? Because sometimes these representatives be in there for like 6-7 months. At some point, you thinking by then the real man should have stepped forward.
Mm-hmm. And some men can play it good for a long time. Some men, you have some men that just like making babies. I mean, let's be 100. There's some men that just bust nuts in everybody. They don't care. Some men don't care about their body. Some men don't care about who they sleeping with. Why you think all these little girls run around here with trick? Because they bacteria from some other chick done came and they little parts of their body guy ain't even got up and washed his penis off good. He over there to the next door trying to give it to the next girl and took this girl's bacteria over here. And now you got a whole situation going on that you can't even cure. Come on now. Y'all better stop with me tonight. Kevin said, stop feeling and start thinking. I guarantee it'll be less more babies not being supported. Kevin, stop your shenanigans.
Okay, I didn't even want to read it.
You need to cut it out, Kevin, because you know good and well some things just feel good to some people. No, what you need to stop doing is being stupid. People need to stop running around here feeling like they're so pressed to have sex all the time. I be telling people that it's not that serious. You got a whole hand. You got condoms. You got dildos. You got all kinds of shit. You can just break yourself off with it. You run around having some man screwing everybody.
Buy sex toys on Amazon. You can go to. I'm telling you.
You ain't never said enough.
So there's no need. If I didn't have a man, if I needed some, even when I got one, if I need some, I got some that can take care of me. I don't really have to.
Okay. It doesn't require all this extra. I mean, it really doesn't. You know, sometimes we wanna feel great, and you want a real touch of a real hand. You might not want to use your own sometimes. You gotta call it somebody who ain't gonna catch too much feelings.
You know,
don't catch no feelings.
They got them real live men and real live women now. You just a couple $1,000, get you that bad boy, prop them up on the sofa. I saw.
Oh no, not the body doll, not the body doll. Cassandra, no, we can't be screwing dolls.
I just don't have to go outside at night because it'll scare me at night if I wake up in the middle of the night.
Trash.
So.
No, we ain't. No, I don't think I can roll over to a whole plastic doll. I'd rather take my little toys out the drawer. These hands work great. I can touch any part of my body and fantasize about anybody in my brain. So there is some things. It's some things that you do, and it's some things that you ain't gonna do.
Who want that whole body? They get them ones for I think it's like $5,000, $10,000.
How? Well, Miss Atlanta Live said, but to answer your question, it's always the man's fault. No, it's not. Atlanta. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. I don't agree with it. It's always the man's fault. I don't. James said we have alternatives to defects. Trust. Been there before. Been here before. Well, James, if you've been down this road before, baby, you should be tired of going down it. I'm so serious. We should be tired of going down certain roads. You get to a certain point in your life where you can't. What Wait, I'm missing people. Look, I'm missing streams, y'all. You know, I ain't good with this porting this stuff over here and showing it on the screen and missing folks. Hey, Marsha. Hey, Ronald. Kevin, I have to read your stuff if I read it out loud because you say some craziness in some of your stuff, honey. Gotta make sure I monitor. You might say something about a woman might piss her off. 70% of our babies are born out of wedlock. Only the way to reverse it is to close legs or women taking more control over their gifts. I should have read that. I shouldn't have read that out loud. I shouldn't have read that out loud. I agree to disagree.
Uh-huh.
I agree with a lot of children are born out of wedlock, and that is sad because you have a lot of just homes that are divided. You have a lot of mothers. You have a lot, and it's a ton of single women raising babies, and it's sad because the average girl raising a baby now, she's 25 and under on a good day. She's 25 and under on a good day, and she is barely taking care of herself. Her mama is probably too old to help her take care of these babies, and the mama's having to give up her life now because she's now raising your kids. But then the mama don't stop her. The mama's still out there making her pump out more babies. When you get to be a certain age, like 37, 40, and you still just pumping out babies and you screwing everybody in the universe, something is wrong with the picture. You have to start something. I do agree with that, Kevin. And I do agree that women need to start closing their legs. Everything that glitter ain't gold. I say it all the time.
Right. And to go along with that, because I'm tired of this little chauvinistic sounding things Kevin is saying, is that men have to have control of their bodies as well. Mm-hmm. Because you can't just be, the girl ain't getting herself, she can't have sex with a dildo and then make a little plastic baby. It's just not happening.
Yes, we do.
So, you know.
Cliff said, men gonna be men. It's up to the women to be more selective. Some dudes will hit up any woman with a purse. And you are so correct. Cliff, which one are you? A lot of men don't care. A lot of men don't care what they put their penis in. They don't care. It don't mean nothing. A hole is a hole, a different feeling. Once you figure out that you're chasing a hole, you'll realize how much of an idiot you probably was all along. Miss V Love Bird, y'all. Miss V Love Bird has touched the screen and gazed us with her beloved. She said a lot of women know it before they sleep with his sorry ass. Yes, sister girl, we do agree.
Exactly.
A lot of men. We said, no, Kevin, we are saying the same thing. I agree with you, Kevin. I really do. I think a lot of this stuff can be avoided. I think a lot of this stuff does come on women. Because if you know you sleep with a lot of dudes, you should be on all the birth control, not a little birth control. If you already got, I always tell me, if you got a boy and a girl and you just out here making more kids, you just making babies. Because you done got the set. What more do you need? So if you, I'm serious. Abortion is not birth control. So if you out here and you've been to the clinic more than 6 times, something is wrong with you. And something is wrong with the dude that keep messing with you, that keep making you go get them abortions. I mean, you got to think with your brain. Women act like they brain be on Mars. I can't wrap my head around it. I really can't.
Well, the sad part about it is that in the defense of some women really don't know. To where sometimes they raised to where they so sheltered, they're not told about sex, they're not told about a whole lot of things, or they've been touched as a child, so promiscuous. So they're just out looking for somebody to show them that love because the way they was taught love was the wrong way. So they're not understanding and not realizing you need to go, you get protection to keep yourself safe, not only from having a child, but from all these diseases that are out here.
Right.
Guys, they need to know, instead of just having sex with these women without a condom on, you could also get AIDS. You can die. Anything can happen to anybody. Nobody's safe, just like with COVID. It don't have no face on it. It don't care who you are. Don't care.
And people still running around here trying to get it with COVID. You know what I'm saying? People still men still can't control themselves through COVID. They still out here on every girl's skirt trying to see what they can get it.
They all at pool parties and stuff. I was like, what the hell?
What's really going on?
The numbers going up and you up here piling.
Because of lifestyle, you can't get away from certain things. Marsha said, can he cook? I'm just going to go down the line of these. Kevin said, there is such a thing as self-control. Kevin, I do agree. A lot of people don't have self-control, baby. A lot of people can't control themselves. I believe I can control myself in any situation. I could be the horniest chick on the block.
Yeah.
And all you got to do is say the wrong thing in my ear, and that coochie go dry. I tell you this all the time. It's like it's clockwork. It'd be like, rewind and regroup. It's a matter of, you're right, it's a matter of self-control. Vaughn said a lot of women know he is sorry as hell before they lay down with him. That is true, Vaughn, and we know this to be fact. A lot of women lay down with a man thinking she can change. You can't change no man, honey. If a man is sorry, he gonna be sorry. If a man don't like to work and you found him on his video game, he gonna be on his video game while he with you too. Stop playing.
Right.
Let me tell you.
Unless he's one of those professional video game players that making that good money from playing video games, but that's rare.
That's rare. If you just sit in your living room and I'm coming home from work and you still sit in the same spot I left you in, oh no, we gonna have issues, honey.
And the house dirty
going on. It better be something taking place. It better be some food going on. It better be some stuff clean. If you were in home there, you're gonna act like an in-home bitch. Trust and believe.
And when I walk in the door, you better have my bath water ready. You better have my side and ready to get on. I'm just saying, you gotta do something.
It's one thing if you disabled and you can't work. Now, I will help you if you're my dude and you disabled. If you got some limbs missing and your legs don't work, you might be a little overweight, can't walk. I can dig it if that's how I meant you. But if I meant your black ass and you was working and you think you're gonna sit on me, baby, I'm the right chick for that shit. Cliff said, with him, it's quality over quantity. Yes, that's for some men. Some men, it is quality. Some men want the quantity. Some men just want to have women under their belt. Oh, I boned her. Oh, I got that ass. Some men make bet on women to get the ass and be like, I bet you I can break her. I bet you I can make her what I want her to be. I bet you I can. Some men just want you to have that baby. Hell.
Yep.
Some men just want you to pop one out for them. Ronald said the both need to be responsible. I agree. Marsha said, sit according to your families, ladies. Sit according to your family, ladies. Marsha, I'm not sure. Ravonda said facts. Marsha said nothing. Ravonda said, I agree with Cassandra. You would have to say what part. Hello, Orlando. Kevin. Let me read Kevin's before I read it out loud because you might say something totally crazy. I don't know if I want to read it out loud. I'm going to let the viewers read it on the damn screen. He says, you all give life so you can have too much more responsibilities than a man. It's lots of times just wanting to hit. Well,
take both of us to make life.
Well, that's the point. If the man don't think it's his responsibility, you got to take in mind, some men just like to make kids. Some men just like to pop their seed in everybody. They don't care who is going in and who's delivering the baby. Some men just like having babies, period.
Some women
that's what they do.
Because I know.
And some women just like having babies. You have women that will go out,
get a check.
Child support check. And then you have women that go out, like even like on celebrity statuses and men that got money. You have women that go out and seek men that got money, make a baby so they can get that paper. Now the gullible part on the man's part is half the time the man probably know the woman ain't feeling him like that. No way. You know, he probably ain't bringing a whole bunch to the table besides his pocket because his sex probably ain't all that good because he done boned everybody else. When you get him, his sperm ain't even coming out. You just need a glimpse of it to get in you so you can make that baby.
A little dust.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a little air. And you know it ain't right. When from the time he come, if his is like an and it ain't no after that, something's wrong with that sperm. You might want to leave that sperm alone. It ain't no good. If it ain't coming out white, sometimes you might want to ask to look at it. I mean, come on now, y'all. Stop. Okay. Ravonda said, Kevin, each person is responsible for themselves. Girl, get him, because you know Kevin might give me a whole headache. Ravonda said, I'm shooting, laughing my ass off. I'm telling you, guys be trying to skeet. Her don't be having nothing in there. They done went to everybody's house on the block, and they trying to put their little loving on you, and they ain't got no more energy. If I trying to get to you, they tired. And then they got tired. They be like, look, I don't want to sell that house. Susie house, and now I'm on Michelle block. You can't miss me with all that. I was preaching about that today, y'all. Y'all gotta stop making these dudes just run y'all through the ground. Vonda said the comment in The comments are delayed from your responses. Yes, honey, they coming in slow. Vonda, this podcast be all over the place.
Yep, they coming in real.
They coming in like how they come. We just read them as they go. Like right now, if you see some now, I don't. You know how StreamYard do, Vaughn. They just do what they do on StreamYard. But yeah, you gotta be accountable. You gotta set your tone, know what you want in your life. And if you want to be, think about it. If you young, I heard a little girl say one time, she was like, I just want to have all my babies right now so I can get them out of the way. So when I get older, I have all my kids. The little girl that was saying it, she couldn't have been no more than 18. And I just looked at the little girl and I was like, girl, you got your whole life. Don't you want to see some stuff? And she said to me, that's what my mama did. She had her babies and got them out the way.
Oh, see, but then if that's your role model,
That's what you got.
that's
What you got.
Because I know I told mine, I said, wait till you finish with college and get your
Mhm.
little career going.
Do
Then
some shit.
a grandbaby just one. But I don't
Hey,
feel
Anthony. Anthony said, what's good? Hey, Anthony. Vonda said community dick. Girl, ain't it a whole bunch of community dick going around? It's a whole bunch of that. It's a whole bunch of community dick. You gotta know what you want in your life. Most of the times when you meet a woman, the average man, you gonna take care of some children because most women have kids. You know, it's very seldom now that you're gonna find somebody that don't got no children. If you do, you don't lucked up on one, baby. But if you and then you got to ask yourself how much responsibility do you want? Some people got a lot of little kids, little bitty ones, all over the place. They do. It'd be a lot of them, 10 to 1. You be trying to count them, and they all become your responsibility. But when you're just trying to smash, like Kevin said, it don't matter how many kids you got. A man will smash you in front of your children if that's all he after, and you would be a fool to let him do it. But how many women do? How many women sit there and be like, girl, he just gave me some. You call your girlfriend, your kid be sitting there looking at it. I saw a girl push her baby on the corner of the bed to have sex with a man.
oh,
And you
no,
wonder why your baby hunching.
exactly.
Yeah, Vonda said products of their environment. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, uh, um,
Yep.
Anthony said there's a lot of community pussy too, Vonda. Anthony, you always gotta come to somebody. Well, there is. There is though. There's a lot of all this stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
really and truly, there's a lot of both. It's a 50-50 give. That's how I see it. You have the fathers that actually take care of their kids. You have the mothers that actually take care of their kids. And you have this little in-between group that don't do nothing.
Right. Just
They don't
make
do nothing.
let
They
them
just
go.
making babies. You go to the
Got
welfare office, they line up around the door. Talking about some girl, he ain't pay my child. I'm finna get his ass. I'm finna take him to the bank. I'm finna clean. I'm finna wait till he get his taxes, girl. I'm finna do. And it sounds so ignorant. It sounds so. It do. It sounds so extra.
because
It's
there's
it's it's
people
not.
that they have like 6, 7, 8, 9 kids
Mhm.
and got two other kids, the other kids with their daddies. You be like, wait.
It's a lot of them. How many baby mamas you got? You don't want somebody that done stress themselves. So if you meet a girl and she got about 4, 5, 6 baby daddies, you need to be questioning yourself. Why do you want to go in that coochie? That's what you need to ask yourself. This coochie done been around the block. You might go in there, it might swallow you. It might not be no walls. It might not be no boundaries. All that shit done got knocked down by the 6 that came before you. I mean, come on now. Vonda said dudes be hiding kids too. Dudes hide kids every day, especially when you got 10. How you gonna tell somebody I got 6 kids? People gonna be looking at you like, you got how many? How many you got? It's if you got 6 kids, you've been married, and you got 6 kids by the same woman. I can get that because you was married for a minute. But if you got 6 kids, 6 baby mamas,
It's like, so you just don't believe in no protection, huh?
you ain't protecting nothing, honey. You just out here running up in them, honey. Take them one for the team.
Like you need
Mm-mm.
the papers. You need to walk around with them papers from the clinic.
Okay, after baby number 2, I knew babies wasn't for me. I was like, oh no, we can't make no more of these little suckers, honey. I told you Harper made the cut, baby. That one was given on to me. Yeah, look, some things in life you ain't gonna be able to do. I was not a baby making machine. I ain't like him that much. I love the 2 I got. But people like, you want a baby, you gonna take care of it, you taking it with you. If you ain't taking it with you and I don't want it with me, we gonna have a problem.
Yes, yes.
At some point you get tired of raising them. You be like, Lord, if I have one more baby. I mean, your life is just raising children, raising children. Vonda said it's like this. If you know a man isn't taking care of his other kids, why would you want to have his kids? And that is true. That is so true. I
Because
tell you, you can see it.
I was with a dude. I love this man. Believe me, I loved him. He was there for his kids, but he had like 3 or 4 kids, but I didn't see the kids often. And he lived live together. So I never had a child by him.
No, you knew. You would probably say, Lord, this nigga ain't gonna take care of this kid. And then you can have, and then you even have the guys that have money. Celebrities, not celebrities, people that just have money. And they don't want to take care of their kids because they feel like they're taking care of the mama. And God forbid the mama get another man. Then they feel like they're taking care of the man. I ain't finna give you no money because I ain't finna take care of no another nigga. How many times have I heard that from somebody? That's why I told my baby daddy, just leave me alone. I got tonight. I'm not finna run you down. We ain't finna do this, baby. I make enough of my own money. These kids will be covered whether you in their lives or not.
Okay.
We not finna do that. You know what I mean? Like it's too much headache. I mean, you think a man, you think you can change him. You think you can make a man into what you want him to be. If you meet a man and he got kids and you never see his kids ever around him. And there's some men that make their kids, they'll make it seem like they're doing everything for their kids. Oh, my kids are everything. My kids are my world. My kids are this. Oh, I move mountains. I'm always running over here, over there. And then when you get with them, be like, where them kids go? Where them kids ain't around?
I don't never see the kids.
I'll never see them. No, you got to pay attention to the signs, y'all. Some of this stuff is real. Vonda said, good for you. Some of this stuff is real. You got to pay attention to the stuff that be in front of you sometimes and say, this is not what it is. This guy is lying. I can't say that about the young girls because, young girls don't know. Some of these girls, their mamas didn't raise them. And half the time, the young girl, their mama was a teenager when they had them. They feel like they done gave their whole life to raise them. So they hateful. They're resenting the kid because the kid done ruptured their little world. And Kirk said he's a hoe. Kirk, I agree.
He a hoe.
I agree. We can sit here and call names all day to people and their titles, but you know what you are when you're doing it. If you out here and you boning everybody, just because a man is out there running, I don't mean you got to go do the same. They don't mean join one, take one for the team, or we all gonna dance because he doing it, I'm gonna do it too. I'm gonna beat him to the punchline. That ain't what this is. This ain't no game. Babies ain't no joke. Them suckers, they 18 years, and sometimes they'll be a little longer than 18 years. They be with you forever.
Yes.
You said, yeah, I'd be like, leave, go away. Vonda said he is who he is. A zebra doesn't change its stripes. No, girlfriend, they don't. They do not. They will show you who they are for a minute, and after a while, the real will jump out in a minute. If you around a man, I said this earlier on when I was talking today. If you around a man and a man is trying to pursue you and he's around you and he never asks your kid's name, he don't know who they are, he calling you and all he trying to do is get with you. And you got a whole full entourage over here on the side. And every time he talk about how he want to bone you and how he want to make you feel good, give you some of his little love juice. You might want to ask yourself, where you giving it to me at? My house or yours? And I bet you probably gonna say a hotel.
Probably.
And some of the men say, put your kids downstairs, let them watch TV. While he banging your brains into your headboard and your daughter down there hearing it. Girl, bye. I'm trying to tell y'all better get a hold of this.
You got to read this one to yourself first.
You must have saw Kevin before he put this stuff up. He said, why you want his kids if he ain't married, if you ain't married, I wish I could have sex with a woman and not be responsible in the process. Maturity has to be a part of his conversation. It is true. You shouldn't want to have babies unmarried. I thank God I have both of mine when I was, but you some things you don't want to have to deal with when you are pursuing someone. And you can't even say pursuing because sometimes shit just happens. Sometimes you meet somebody and the chemistry be so good you just end up in bed. You just end up there. You don't even know how you got there. You be like, oh my God, I just had sex. And you wake up and you looking at him and he looking at you and you go, oh my God, we just did that.
It happened.
Sometimes they do. Now I can't say I never done that. In my life of living, not often enough to count it, but yeah, I have had that moment where you see someone, you be like, especially when I was younger, you'd be like, oh my God, girl, he everything, and then your little coochie get hot, and you be, woo, here we go, and then before you know it, you got to ask yourself, I did take the condom, and then you try to figure out what you done did. So sometimes you got to be responsible, but when you don't want no whole bunch of babies and this little entourage following behind you all over the place, you know when to cut your coochie tight and say, nah, nigga, you got to wear a condom.
Okay.
And some women, when they want a baby bad enough, they'll bust a little hole.
No, I ain't have to bust no hole. He told me he wanted to have a baby.
They'll bust a little hole and they'll make a little baby come out anyway. Some women could be trifling when they want to catch the man, and a man can do the same thing when he want to catch a woman. There's many brothers that slide that condom off and just make that juice just pour, and then there's men that just want to have the feeling. They want to feel the cushion. They want to feel the walls. They want to feel the bridges and the heavens in there. They want to knock your brain out. They're like, I can't feel it with this condom on, girl. Let me just take it off and slide. I'm gonna pull out.
Vonda said, you know, going to give up some coochie. It's the truth. You know when you giving it up.
You know when your coochie be on fire around somebody, you be sitting like, oh girl, he got my coochie throbbing. And the dude probably know it too. Hell, you done touched him enough times for him to know you want him. But then, you know, even in the heat of that moment, you got to be able to control yourself. I done been in some situations, baby, where I be like, boy, this nigga could take me right now.
Yeah,
he could just get it on general principle. But then, you know, when my mind kick in, I'm really sitting back and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, I don't even know how this nigga coming to me. I can't. Hey, Sophia, she said, I'm late. Hey, y'all. The topic's about deadbeat dads. Does a woman? No, I gotta read it, y'all. I don't know about the top of my head like that. I want to make sure I say it right. I done locked the stream, so I gotta find it. Anywho, it is about deadbeat dads. And when a woman knows, is it him or her, whose fault it is when they know the dad is a deadbeat dad? And is it the man's fault if he makes the woman thinks he is not a deadbeat dad? Is it a woman's fault for seeing the signs and ignoring them? Basically, that's what we're talking about in a nutshell. I can't find it on my page. I ain't trying to look for it. But that's it, Sophia. But you got to, you know, we do. It's been many situations where I have sat down and been like, I might tap Vaughn and be like, girl, if my drawers get in it with, my head gonna fly off. You know, but then, you know, I do, honey. I'll be like, I know when I'm feeling somebody, and I'll be like, Lord, let me get away. And I know how to shift. I know how to move myself out some stuff. You know, you gotta be right with yourself sometime and say, this ain't going nowhere. What am I finna do? I'm finna sell myself short for what? A piece of dick? No.
And then don't let it not be good. Ooh, big man.
Sophia says she can't help in this conversation. Sophia, you don't got no kids? So yeah, so you know, you ladies, we know when we about to fall into something ridiculous, you know, and then if you don't want no kids, you got to tell these brothers to put on it. If you ain't on the pill, don't tell them you are and you ain't.
Okay,
you know,
don't do that. Because
Jayana said, "Hey Jay, baby," she said, "People pretend so well, so the signs don't show up until it's too late," and that is so true. Oh, you said you got a great baby daddy. We talked about that too, Sophia. So you actually can say something because we said there are good baby daddies. Like I don't have headaches with my baby daddies. There are good baby daddies, baby fathers. I don't want to say baby daddies. And there's good baby mothers. There's both. There are some fathers that are taking care of their kids and the mamas is running them through hell and they don't even have their children. You speak on like Mr. Atlanta Live, he has his kids. I don't know what his situation is with baby's mama, nor will I speak on it. But the fact that he has his kids make you know something was wrong with the picture. So right. You got to commend these brothers because raising kids ain't easy. It ain't easy raising it as a woman. So when you are that parent that's single and walking in this role, you have to know what kind of role you're trying to set for your own kids. Do you want your child to see you with 20 different men? Do you want your child to see you with 15 different women knowing all their names at the same time? What do you want? And if you're not that person that don't want your kids to be all over the place with people, you got to set that tone. You got to be like, nah, they said, well, we ain't finna go to my house and crash. We're not finna be laying up in my bed when my baby's across the hall. We're not finna do that. And a man will try to pursue you into some stuff. Nah, let me just come through. You know, I'll slide in. And nah, nigga, you ain't sliding over here because they don't know you like that. Especially if you're having sex. No, that's not what we do. Vonda said, wait, here we go. Vonda said yes. Hey, Renee. Jay said, but I couldn't even tolerate no deadbeat. If you don't put them on child support, what that mean? Well, it's not about not putting them on child support, Jana, but it's that you don't okay. So you put them on child support, right? And they're working at McDonald's and they're making $7.50 an hour. They're probably giving you less than $200 a month for your kid. And then they're giving you hell to give you that $200. And you break that down weekly, you're roughly getting about $40 a week for the kid or $20. Some of them be lower than that. Some men just get $18 a week if that's what they're making because the judge going to base it on his income
Right.
what his gross is. So you have this man that you chasing all around the world, that you cussing out every day for $200. And you got to ask yourself, baby girl, you got to ask yourself, is this worth my child seeing me degrade myself for money when I can do this myself? That's what you got to ask yourself. You got to ask yourself, that's when you got to look at the mirror, baby. You got to know your worth. You got to know what's for you. When you got kids and these daddies ain't doing nothing, you got to ask yourself, how much headache am I going to give myself running him down for the money? If you got to tell a father to be a father, he don't want to be one, baby. He don't.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. Sophia said, and he was in another state. We made it work. We didn't miss a beat when it came to the kids. And Sophia, that's a good understanding. That's a good way to be. That's a blessing to have. Ravonda's sick tonight. She's on the podcast though. She's actually streaming it. If you see her commenting, she's like on the live but not on the screen. She's under the weather. She came to Georgia. As y'all always know, when she comes to Atlanta in my house, she gets sick because I got a different type body temperature. Vonda be hot, I be cold. No, I be hot. I be cold, she be hot. I'll turn the heat up, she gets sick. So that's how it works here. She's sick every time she leaves Atlanta. So she's a little under the weather. Okay, you can read that one. That shit is just long. I don't want to read that one. Hey, Orlando.
The man knows that he is no good before he gets with her. A young lady wanted to give me her virginity, and I knew I wasn't the guy she should have gave it to back in the day. I had to tell her that too. Well,
did you tell her that she hurt? That would have hurt somebody's feelings.
Right? Because most of my friends say I kind of have a man mentality because back in college at one point, I was horny, wanted some. Dude was a virgin. I knew it was a virgin. I took his virginity. He was there.
Oh my God.
And stuff. And then I told him after the fact because I knew. I explained to him, you can have sex with everybody condom on because everybody is not going to be clean. How I
true.
I said,
true.
So you need to use protection whenever you have sex with somebody else. Because he apparently nobody told him, and I told you I was in college.
Yeah.
At the time, so I can hold as much as I want to hold when I ain't got nobody, and I'm being protected.
Vonda said true shell. Hold on. I don't know what part. Cliff said a stand-up guy will put himself on child support. Yes, that is true. A guy that doesn't want the headache would just do it on his own.
But it ain't that
Vonda Sophia said, hey. Renee said, feel better, Vonda. Renee and Sophia said, feel better. Hopefully she'll be on this. Sophia Sophia said, hey, guest speaker, that's Cassandra co-hosting for Vaughn tonight. She's doing an excellent job, y'all. And Ravonda said, at least Orlando was honest with her. Yes, he was. That's what I'm saying. When I say honesty goes a long way, if you know you in somebody's life just to hit it and get it, tell them that. Give them the option to be like, that ain't what I'm trying to do. I always say that it causes it makes less confusion because you think about it. Now you gave me the option to say this is what I want to do. If I'm gonna play with your team, baby, I'm gonna play with your team. But don't be going tearing up people's households. If you feel in your gut this man got a woman or something on the side, leave that nigga alone. Just be like, no, this ain't it. That ain't it. Oh yeah, no, Jayana, Vaughn was saying what I said to you, and you don't. I can preach to these young girls all day. Don't y'all. Vonda said thanks, y'all. I just put it up on the screen. I can preach to these little young girls all day, y'all, because this ain't. You gotta set the tone. You gotta put a foundation in your house for these babies that are watching you. When you got these little boys and these little girls, a little girl gonna mirror her mama. What she see her mama do, she gonna think that's right. If you have a little boy is going to adore his mother.
Yep.
Every move is going to be adored. My kids adore me. There's things I don't never want them to see me do. Ever. I don't even want them to say, I saw my mama do that. Because it matters. Lil Harper, same with her. There's stuff she's never going to see me do in front of her. Ever. And I don't allow people to do that in front of her either. There is even like my friends. I be telling them, don't cuss in front of my kids. She don't curse. If your
Right.
kids smoke weed in front of you, that's what they do. We don't do that in front of her though. That's not how we roll here. And you have to put that in place in some situations because these kids gonna see and they're gonna think that's normal. They're gonna
Mhm.
think this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what it looked like. This is what my mama did. No, that ain't what your mama did. You ain't never seen your mama do.
Sophia said, "Preach, Orlando."
Yeah, you know you gotta some brothers if they could just be real to keep a whole lot of headaches and a whole lot of people from getting killed. You think nowadays you mess around with the wrong chick, done pissed her off. She got these kids, she's depressed because she can't take care of them. She running you down for $50 a week that you ain't giving her, and then what end up happening? These children end up being abused because their mamas don't want to be. How many times you been sitting somewhere you heard a mama grab her kid and be like, "You dumb motherfucker, you need to sit your stupid ass down," and you be sitting there like.
Mm. Ooh, I can't stand it because now you're degrading your child and you're making your child believe that that's okay to be degraded.
Mhm. Like this was my fault. This was my fault. They go to school sad and depressed and withdrawn, and they don't even know why they're there because you beating their self-esteem to hell because you mad. You
Right.
mad because you had them. You mad, and you remind them, I brought your little sorry ass here, and I knew you was gonna be a sorry ass daddy. I hear it so much. I be sitting there sometimes. I be in grocery stores and I look at these people dragging their little babies around. Mama beat to the gods.
Baby
And these
just
are
look
the
to the
and the
ground.
baby and these are the ones that these brothers running after. Oh, she look at her booty. She got that baby. We can put that baby in the back seat. Niggas. I'm gonna call it just like that. Niggas. Be mad. Be in your feelings. I don't care. Shit. It makes my head hurt.
Y'all don't
But that's
make
what we got.
now.
You know who you are. You know who we speak to. When you watch this podcast, you play rewind, you're gonna say, shit, it said niggas.
She did.
Can I get an amen? I'm just trying to, it is what it is. The average brother's running down the ass. He don't know how to focus because the ass is always on his mind. He can't get enough of it. It's all over the place. Ding-a-ling, being everybody, be contaminated. Let me tell you something. I work in a hospital. All these diseases are real.
Yep.
95.9% of the people walking around in this motherfucker has herpes and don't even know they got it. And you
Yep.
run around here eating all kinds of women, displaying people's coochie, coming back, touching somebody touching you. Nigga, you can't even touch me if you ain't took no test. Because I ain't selling myself short. Because if you bring it to me, I know you gave it to me.
Rena says she sure did.
You know what I mean? Huh. I be trying to tell these little crazy ass men out here. I be like, boy, bye. You don't even know what you finna drop yourself off into. You run around there, your dick is grand, and you make pretty babies. How many times you heard a man say, "Girl, I could bring you a pretty baby, and you could bring me a pretty whole headache too."
You
Baby
better.
be beautiful, and the daddy be sorry as hell, but he's a good looking kid.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, y'all. I can't. I gotta call it like I see it. Hell. I be
You're
sitting
like,
down sometimes. I be looking at people like,
no,
what in the flicker flacker is really going on? Baby, good looking though. I brought you a pretty baby. Daddy ain't paid no child support. Just got a pretty baby though.
pretty expensive, baby.
Okay. He said, Atlanta said that's true, Shell. And they teaching the kids that's how they supposed to communicate. Oh, amen. That's what they do. Call the baby a dummy. Baby go to school and say, my mama said I was a dummy today. My mama said I was stupid. And you think that's no beating the shit out the child because your life is all tore to pieces. Vonda says sometimes women contribute to the man being a deadbeat because she doesn't make him accountable for his actions. She doesn't set the expectations of him in the beginning. Vonda preaches this shit to me every day. Ain't even gonna lie. Vonda like, you better hold him accountable. I'm like, okay, girl, I'm gonna hold him accountable. Vonda like, you better hold him accountable. You're a beautiful mess. You're so right. Sophia said, and that's on Mary, had a little lamb. Gotta tell you, girl, some of these men, and y'all hear me talking about men, but I be talking about these ladies too, y'all. Ladies, some of these ladies are sorry excuse to be mothers, sorry excuse to be on earth and breathing. And there's always one great dumb man to be like, look at that ass though. The ass is leading the mind.
It's a shame.
You know what I mean? You can't think because you stuck on the ass.
And it probably snowballed.
Most of them are. Hell, nowadays you gotta dig through the real. You think about it though. When these women be out here just putting all this stuff on and moving out and ass, now I get it. If you do, you want a little cosmetic, then I get it. But don't you think when you get about 90, and I'm gonna say 90, they say 70, and that stuff start to shift, what's that gonna look like though? What does silicone look like when it drops? When your ass is now a 52 wide, you know what I'm saying? Say when your ass is a 52 round wide and you turn 52 and your ass just drop.
It just dropped. You're gonna start seeing the shape of the
Now your husband, now he going out trying to find the next bought ass because he done bought your ass. Girl, you look, y'all better not hear me start on this podcast. I might never stop talking. Men want what's fake. Men want what's not real. Men want a Barbie doll life. They want something that's simple, easy, don't talk and don't speak and don't have a thought. And that's the same go with the kids. They're gonna drop. How many of y'all watch Love and Hip Hop? You ever watch Love and Hip Hop and sit back and see how stupid these girls be sounding? If I can go on the show and just slap all the cast, I'd be like, you're a dumb ass. I listen how they talk, girl. I be listening to some. I can't say some of their names. Girl, Stevie got the big thing. You got to see what's in them drawers, though, girl. You got to see what's in his ass, though, girl. He moving mountains. This nigga got 444 kids because he got a band that make you a whole food. How long do we just degrade ourselves for the band, though? How many? And you have your own money, but you're still pressed for his because you want to do what? Make yourself relevant. Boy, bye. When they said they want the dream, honey, they want something. The dream come with a headache. It come with a whole headache. When you date these dudes that be thinking they all that and they got all their money matter to you, they start treating you like you just a dodo. Making you a part of their little team. And you running behind them thinking you got something great.
Ronald says equally opportunity men and women. That's true.
Exactly. Vonda said, a lot of men love superficial women, and that is so true, Vaughn. A lot of men want that Barbie doll. They want the thing they don't have to tell too much. They want the one that ain't gonna do too much. They want the one that don't think for themselves because they can tell them what to think about. When you roll over, look at the non-thinkable girl you got laying next to you, and you can't have a conversation, and she can't have a conversation with your kids because she ain't thinking.
Because she didn't buy
okay. After a while, it's gonna look crazy. You're gonna be like, damn, is the bitch talk? I mean, come on now. Y'all stop me while I'm on a roll, baby, because I can't listen to stuff that be going on around me. I'll be like, what is this? What is this? What Orlando said. He said,
hell,
go ahead.
For that fake stuff to fall apart. They better keep their receipts. Okay.
That part.
But
that part.
Orlando, because sometimes they get them what they call them little special credit cards where they go pay for the surgery and then stop paying on the card, so therefore the surgery was free.
The surgery was free and your ass done been on layaway for however many years before it fall off. I mean, come on now. How much can you mirror yourself to be something that's not real? Society is put in your head, and then you got your little kids growing up thinking the same thing. And that's not jumping on another subject, but all this stuff kind of works in it. It works all together. We raising our daughters to think this matters. We raising our daughters to think that you got to be pretty. I look at Harper every day and I be like, girl, you are beautiful. And you don't let nobody tell you ain't. You are beautiful, black and beautiful. This is what your mama told you, though. If nobody tell it to you in your whole goddamn life, I bet you can't tell Papa she ugly, though. Papa gonna say, my mama said, my mama told me. My mama looked at me every day, every hour, and said, girl, you matter. You matter.
Right.
And I'll be damned if somebody gonna come and destroy that. You got to be out your mind if you finna come up here and rain on my parade. No, ain't no nigga worth it. I don't work too hard to build these kids up the way they are.
Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta take on your own. If you had a little girl, some of y'all on this cast got a lot of children. A lot of children, kids just everywhere, out of control. Put your household in order. Stop worrying about the nigga that ain't put it in order for you. Put your shit in order. You the woman. Be the woman of your house. If you ain't got no baby daddy, be the woman of your house. Lead them children to what they need to be led to.
You better say it.
Period.
Vonda say they claim they want a real one. Then you see them with the silicone Barbies.
Silicone Barbies or a white girl is one of the two. They want, some of them just want the biracial children. They want them to be light skinned, all the way light skinned.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Cliff say, I love an intelligent woman who can hold a conversation. Yes, it's great because once everything else fades, you need to have some conversation.
When all is gone, that's what I tell people. When everything is faded away, when the makeup's off, and you
Mm-hmm.
just have you. When you done took off all the girdles that you're holding your waistline together with, you done took off your Spanx, your boobs dropping down to your titty, your belly button, and your niggas laying next to you, and you're going, baby, this is who I am. This is me without none of the pretense. Do you still love me? Or
He
they
better,
done fell in love. Okay, they done fell in love with this imitation. They done fell in love with that something that's porcelain.
right.
You know, you got to tell sometimes. You got to tell the woman sometimes. Take all that off. Let me just see you. Let me see you. You know, they have men that wear girdles.
I know. I see him. I was like, "Ooh, really?"
That's some unbelievable stuff, though. Like if a man is out of shape and he put on a girdle, that's some. I feel some type of way about that. I ain't lying. I don't think I can deal with that. I'd rather you let your shit hang over your belly, honey. I can't do it. I'll be like,
Because
what
a
is
lot of
this?
women that like a fluffy man.
But you think about it. Think about when you get ready to have sex with somebody and you got on 500 girdles and you got to take all them suckers off. Your waistline pop out the way it need to be. Your legs pop out where it needs to be. I mean, come on now. Y'all can't be. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Some people's asses look wrong. These things, your
Some
legs
of
be this big and your
them.
ass be this big. I mean, come on now. How much you gonna change to make a man make you relevant? Y'all better cut it out.
Now I do want a BBL.
About Alana said, I must admit, some of them things look nice, but they feel horrible. Heck yeah, they can't feel real. It's one thing, Orlando, to get an ass. I get it for the women that want their booty. If you have a flat booty and you want a little cush, I get it. But when do you draw the line and say this is too much ass? When
Okay.
your legs start to get smaller and cannot carry the ass that you have. Look at Michelle, the girl that's saying Michelle K. She's taking her whole body apart now. The girl had more ass and more thighs and more hips and more boobs. She's a whole walking pain. Her whole body hurts all the time.
Yep. You have to
That
sit
ain't what you want, baby. That ain't what you want.
Yeah. Cliff says the sexiest thing on a woman is her mind. Facts.
Amen. We're going to read these last comments, Sean. We're going to get off this cast. We done went into 9:06. Like, you know, the shit, I got shit to do. Okay. Orlando, but let me see. Ronald said, when the makeup room don't work no more. Okay, that's why y'all be seeing me jump on these lives just as natural in this hood. Sometimes like this is me, baby. When it's all off, these glasses gonna come on, this makeup gonna, and this hair gonna be put up in a bonnet. You got to take me how I am, take me the way you see me. You love me, like me, or you don't. Orlando said, I have to change how I compliment the young women in my family. I now tell them, you are strong, powerful, then beautiful young lady. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's great.
Absolutely commendable. Vonda said, if y'all saw me right now, young and
You wouldn't know I'm
you
loved.
know, I understand it's just shorthand stuff. You would know I am love. Vonda is love. Come on, I tell you, but Vonda's beautiful without makeup. You know, you know how you look with your makeup off and how you look with your makeup on. Some people need it all day long. You know, people be asking me, Michelle, you wake up in the morning, put on makeup? Fuck no. Oh, I ain't say the curse word all day, but hell no. Hell, I wasn't saying the F word. Hell no. Hell no. You don't have to see me looking crazy. Sometimes who you think gonna wake up in the morning with 5 o'clock putting on makeup so I can appease you, nigga? Bye.
Okay. If
I'm beautiful in the morning. Let me tell it.
out, because I ain't finna get put on no makeup.
No, you gotta take some people for the way they are. We take you for the way men ain't all the best looking things in the world either. Hell. Sometimes the kids be ugly.
Vonda said, I've had an ass my whole life and it hurts my back.
And she don't need no extra. But you know, people are going out killing to get Vonda's ass. You know what I mean? But her legs can carry her ass. But some people look wrong. I mean, some of it just looks unreally wrong. Like you take off your clothes and everything. I mean, I don't even understand how. I get it. Men is into like the overall package, but I don't understand how that feels natural after a while. Like the boobs is sitting on display, the ass is like a trophy in the middle of the bedroom. You're hitting all kinds of silicone everywhere. It cannot feel normal. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe it's me. I done seen a couple of them. I think it's gross, but that's
Right.
me. I ain't been cursing the whole podcast, girl. I didn't say shit. I've been doing fabulous today. I ain't said no curse words, but I ain't say the F word. This I'm gonna go back.
The F word. That's what she
I say the F word. I ain't say the F word today.
One time.
Now I gotta work on shit. Damn it, hell, y'all. Y'all look, I'm trying to get all this stuff out my toxic mouth. Thank you, Mike. But yes, you know, it's been a fabulous show, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us as always. Cassandra, beautiful co-host. We hope to have you back again, honey. Thank you for coming in, stepping in for my girl. Y'all pray for my baby girl. You know, I can't breathe with Vonda sticks. I need her to be well. And hopefully when next time she come in, I have the air on and I'll freeze and I'll have pneumonia instead of giving it to her.
You get a fan to blow.
No, she do, but she gets sick when the wind blow. She was you said she really has Vaughn wide open. Yes. I be having Vaughn sick, y'all. Vaughn, I don't owe you $50. We gonna not talk about this, Vaughn. We not gonna talk about what I owe you for these bets. Some of these bets you gotta let me bypass. Look, I forgot. Love you guys. Love you too, Ronald. Thank you for watching. Renee said, Cassandra, great job. Thank you, Renee. And thank y'all for watching and rocking and coming. This was a great topic. You men, this is my last words. Y'all do the right thing. You know, if you a daddy and you sorry, look in the mirror and say, I'm sorry, but I want to do better. You know what I mean? If you working at McDonald's and you can't take care of your kids, and I'm not saying I don't care where the hell you work, a baby don't need money to love it.
Right. Because
that's what you got to remember. Your love is priceless. You know, it matters. A baby don't need all that. A baby don't know what $1 is. A 1-year-old ain't gonna know what it is either. When you touch it and hold it and feel it and it knows that it's important to you, that's what's gonna matter in their baby life in the end. You have people that are poor, you have people that ain't got a lot, and their kids are loved. Yes. Loved. Sometimes they don't know no heart, they don't know no pain because they're surrounded by this love that they have in them that are like, I know at the end of it all, we may not have had a lot, but guess what? I was so loved. That all I know is the love that my parents gave me. Whether you in the same household, whether it's a household divided, mama, stop bashing these baby daddies. Stop bashing these baby daddies in front of your kids.
Yes.
And that's for mamas and fathers. Stop talking and downplaying these people you done slept with. If you slept with them, their coochie was good when you slept with them. If you took his dick, it must have been great when you was getting it. It didn't become toxic because you now have a baby.
Right.
You need to remember. Anyway, y'all, this is Shelly Live and Cassandra. Of course, it's Shelly Live and B Love Bird. She's not on this cast tonight. This is us. We love life. We love what we do. Y'all hold it down. Be blessed until Wednesday. And we out.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty.
Oh, shit, I did that. Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuned into Naughty or Nice. Let's go.
Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal. Me don't want no fake love, me only want the real deal.
Shelly
Me don't want no fake love,
and
me only want the real deal.
Have you ever met a sister with her shit together? Maintaining, never complaining, trying to make shit better. She's got a real good life with the right frame of mind. She's the real deal, baby, and she know how to grind. On the job or in the bedroom, baby, the truth. And with her by your side, homeboy, you can't lose. Just slip on the dress and go to work like a pro. Then bring that ass home and drop it down to the floor. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's a lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets. Educated, sophisticated, conversation so deep. She's the lady in that world, but a freak in the sheets.
Shelly Live and be love bird.
Shelly Live and be love bird.
Shelly Live and be love bird.
Yeah, yeah.
Shelly Live and be love bird.
Shelly Live and be love bird.
Shelly Live and be love.
Y'all have a good one. Be blessed. Have a good night. Mwah. If I can end it right. I never